Stem changing verbs. Estructura 4.3. So in the previous lesson, we had looked at E to IE stem changing verbs and O to UE stem changing verbs. There is a third and final type. These are verbs that have a stem change from E to I. So you've already seen that many verbs in Spanish change their stem vowel when conjugated. There's a third kind of stem vowel change in some verbs, such as pedir, which is to ask for or to order or to request. In these verbs, the stressed vowel in the stem changes from E to I as shown in the diagram. So pedir, this E is going to change to an I. And then you're just going to conjugate. So pedir changes to pido. As with other stem-changing verbs you have learned, there is no stem change in the nosotros or vosotros forms in the present tense. So, pedir, the conjugations are yo pido, tú pides, usted pide, nosotros pedimos, vosotros pedís, ustedes, ellos, ellas piden. So as I'd mentioned in the previous screencast, if we were to draw a circle around all of the ones that have that stem change, then we would have a shoe or a boot. So oftentimes stem changing verbs are referenced as shoe verbs or boot verbs for that reason. To help you to identify verbs with this E to I stem change, they will appear as follows throughout the text. So you'll have this little hint that the E changes to I. These are the most common E to I stem changing verbs. Notice there are not as many. Conseguir means to get or to obtain. So this E right here is going to change to an I. Decir, this E changes to an I. Repetir, this E changes to an I. Seguir, this E changes to I. So to get, to obtain, decir is to say or to tell, repetir is to repeat, seguir is to follow or to continue or to keep doing something. Pido favores cuando es necesario. I ask for favors when it's necessary. Sigue con su tarea. Javier dice la verdad. Consiguen ver buenas películas. Atención! The verb decir is irregular in its yo form. We're going to learn more about this verb later. I think it's next lesson in this chapter as well. So the yo form of decir, normally we would just change this E to I and then add our O. And so you would think it would be dico, like D-I-C-O, but nope, this is just another irregularity that you need to study and memorize. Yo digo. Oh, but that's only in the yo form I wanted to say. So the to form of the verb goes back to the si. So it's yo digo, but then tú dices, D-I-C-E-S. The yo forms of seguir and conseguir have a spelling change in addition to the stem change. Right? So continuing to complicate matters, this is just something you're going to have to remember along the way. So we aren't going to have this U. This U is not going to stay. We're going to drop that U. Sigo su plan. Consigo novelas en la librería. And that brings us to the end of Estructura 4.3 E to I stem changing verbs.